What is up, guys? It's Stanley27 here, and as promised, I said I was going to be bringing you some Medal of Honor Warfighter gameplay, and that is what you're watching in the background. This is in fact my first match that I ever played in the full title release. Obviously, I did play the beta, I did my first impressions on that, and this is going to be pretty much a follow-up video to that, so I gave my first impressions on the beta, and now I want to give you my first impressions on the game, and kind of tell you whether I think you should buy it. I'm probably going to leave that to the end just to make you watch the whole video, but if you don't, just skip to the end. But in terms of the beta and how they've changed it to the full release, they've tightened things up quite a lot. The graphics seem to be a lot better. I've heard that this is because, one, the beta gameplay was an older build, or two, the fact that they actually dimmed the graphics down in the beta to make the beta downloading the demo thing a smaller file, because the more graphics, the higher quality, the bigger the file would have been. So they dimmed it down to make sure it was a smaller file, to make it more accessible to everyone to download. So in terms of graphics, the game does look pretty fucking beautiful, I'm not going to lie. It's on the Frostbite 2 engine, and Danger Close have done a really good job of optimising this. They've also done an amazing job within the storyline. The cutscenes look absolutely brilliant, and I've played about, I don't know, probably about an hour of the storyline, and I'm going to say it's pretty damn awesome. Danger Close obviously know how to open up a game. It is pretty fantastic, and I'm hoping that the storyline does follow all the other Medal of Honors, and about just how Danger Close generally tend to make the best storyline out of all the FPS genres, out of Battlefield and Call of Duty and Halo, and apparently they make the best, so looking forward to this and hoping it's going to be pretty good. But what I've played most of in Medal of Honor is the multiplayer, and as I said, the gameplay you're watching in the background is my first ever multiplayer game in the full release. I think it's on Basilan Aftermath. I probably just butchered the pronunciation of that, but anyway, it's on that. I'm using the Spec Ops class, and that's the class I generally feel most comfortable with. It's got the wall hack, and it's the class that I used in the beta pretty much all the time. So it turns out, for my first game, I don't even know what the score was, but I win, I get MVP, we get best team, and it wasn't a bad game for my first ever game. However, it kind of went against the correlation of how it normally should go when playing a game. Instead of getting better, I got worse. So it wasn't particularly amazing. I kind of started off really well. I was like, yeah, this game's going to be easy, I'm going to get really good at this, and then started my next game and just got shot to pieces immediately. So it didn't go exactly according to plan, but it's still pretty good. And in terms of classes, they've changed them around a little bit. The Canadian Spec Ops class, I've heard, and I think I can feel it a little bit, I think they reduced the damage that the guns do ever so slightly, because they do have a very high rate of fire. The Spec Ops class does move rather quickly, and especially with the wall hack specialisation or special perk thing, they are a little bit overpowered, or they were in the beta, so they've dimmed that down a little bit to give everybody a bit of a fairer chance while fighting against everybody. They've also dimmed down the demolition reactive armor or ballistic armor, pretty much like a Juggernaut from Call of Duty, instead of in the beta where you had pretty much double health, which was really helpful, I'm going to say, but they've dimmed it down so you don't get quite double health. I think they probably put it down to 1.5, so 1.5 times health, but it's not quite the 2, so it's a little bit easier to take down, and they're not so overpowered and could just walk through everyone. However, in the beta, I didn't actually find them that or too overpowered. You could strafe around them. They can only walk, and they can't turn very fast when they have their ballistic armor down, so I didn't actually find them that hard to take down. But obviously the developers have had some criticism or some concerns from the players, the communities, any other big reviewers, so I mean, if they do what they want, that's fair enough. They're obviously listening to the community, and whether that was my opinion, it doesn't really matter. As long as they're listening to the community, it's pretty good. I think they've also could have done something with the sniper class. I can't remember if it's actually called the sniper class, I'm just going to call it that for this video, but it seems a little bit underpowered. In Battlefield 3 and in Call of Duty, if you are within a reasonable range, I don't like comparing the games, but just for this case, I will. If you get a headshot or a shot to the upper body, it's going to be a one-shot kill with a bolt-action sniper rifle. That's pretty standard. However, in Medal of Honor, they've changed it so that you have to have a headshot to get a one-shot kill, no matter what the range. So to get a good gameplay, or just to play well as the sniper class, you're going to have to be pinpoint accurate and make sure you get those headshots every single time. From what I've heard other commentators say and how I experienced it while playing earlier, a chest shot does around 90% damage, so if you put out your G18, which is a pretty badass sidearm, I'm not going to lie, I reckon I could go on a decent tear with that. I managed to get like a 5 kill streak just with the sidearm alone, but that kind of says how bad the sniper is, or how bad I am with the sniper is. How bad I am with the sniper is? How bad I am with the sniper. So you have to get a pinpoint headshot. Yes, you can shoot them in the chest and whip out your Glock and finish them off, but it's just a little bit underpowered, especially if their specialisation isn't the greatest. You pretty much put down a bipod and you've got a cone of vision. I don't even mind why I'm doing hand signals. I do this every video and no one can see me. It's a bit... oh well. Yeah, but you get a cone and pretty much anyone in that cone gets spotted for your teammates to see. Yes, it's fairly useful. I think it does have quite a long range, so if you do find a map with a good line of sight, that is something that will come in rather useful. However, it's not the easiest specialisation to work with, especially when you're up against the Spec Ops with the wall hack, which is a pretty damn powerful one. You've got the point man with the extra damaging bullets. You've got the demolition guy with the ballistic armour. You've got the assaulter with the grenade launcher, which isn't the best, I'm gonna say, but it's not too bad. It's better than the weird little cone thing. You don't get any damage specialisations or any specialisations that really help you. The sniper class is almost a team one, and I just think that maybe they could make that a little bit more reasonable to play with. Maybe make it a one-shot chest shot if you're in fairly close range, because it does have bullet drop. It's not a hit scan weapon, it's not a hit scan game, so they could do it. Whether they will or not, it's perfectly fine. I'm not particularly a sniper player, so it's not going to affect me too much. However, I know there will be a few sniper players that are going to be playing it and will be affected by this, but I've seen some gameplays and videos of people still beasting with it and getting those headshots every shot, so maybe it's just me and maybe it's not too bad. But that leads me on to game modes and how they really work. I really enjoy the game modes in this. Yes, they've kind of gone down the same route as every first-person shooter game in the genre has. They've got the rush mode or the conquest mode or the domination mode. They've gone down that, and that's not bad at all. That's actually something that's really good. It brings a bit of familiarity back into the game and just makes it really, really enjoyable. My favourite game at the moment is probably Hotspot, which is the game mode that we played in the beta. So there's 5 possible bomb objectives, and then 3 of them are chosen at random. In order to win, you pretty much have to blow up 3 out of the 5, and to win as a defender, you have to defend 3 of the 5. So it's pretty much best of 5 out of 5 bombs. Then there's also sector control, which is pretty much 3 flags ABC, and it's pretty much domination and conquest, so that's pretty simple. There's also a capture the flag mode. Forgive me, I can't remember all the names of this. It's pretty early in the morning. It's about 8 o'clock, which probably doesn't sound that early, but for me, on a Saturday, that's pretty early. So there's also a capture the flag mode. There's team deathmatch, which is obviously what you're watching in the background. First team to 75 kills. That's pretty standard. And there's also another game mode, and I apologise, I can't remember it, but I did play them all last night, and I did actually have a really good time playing with them. I thought they were really, really good. One criticism I could have is the fact that the spawn systems aren't amazing still. They're not the best that they could ever be, but that's just something they're going to have to work on, and that's not really that big a problem. The maps, I've heard they're a bit clustered and everything, but I haven't really found that. I found the maps really enjoyable to play, and I thought they were a really, really good selection of maps. And would I say buy the game? Yes, I definitely would. I think the game's absolutely awesome, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.